Welcome to the Beehive, and we're live on Facebook and YouTube tonight. So we're doing a show. It's called Let's Talk Speedway, and we got Bebop here. Let's go ahead and introduce you to Bebop. Say hi to everyone. Come on, dance. She can dance. She's a singer and a dancer. She dances. She bobbles her head. She's really a great bird, and we're gonna have her in the hive today. And we're going to enjoy this time with Bebop. So say hi, everyone, Bebop. So tonight we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a special show. It's called Let's Talk Speedway. And we're going to title it tonight, Let's Talk Billy Gray. Do you know Billy Gray? His name is William Thomas Gray. He was born in Los Angeles on January 13th, 1938, and he was a movie and TV actor, and he was best known as Bud and the Father Knows Best TV series. She's singing for you. And the TV series ran like around the early 50s, like 51 and 52 or something like that. And then they canceled it. CBS, they canceled the TV show Father Knows Best. And all the people had an uproar. They're very angry, and they complained, they protested, they picketed the studio, and then the studio said, okay. So they went ahead and they started that TV show, The Father Knows Best, from 1952, and then they went to 54 to 1960, and they went for all those years, and Billy Gray played the son, the little boy named Bud. He grew up on that TV show, so he was always, it was a comedy show, but actually Bud was like a liar. He lied all the time on the TV show, and it was really funny. It was a comedy, and it was really good. I watched one of the shows where he was learning to dance. He was shy, like a typical young boy. He didn't want to dance, and he was lying throughout the show. It was pretty funny watching that show. So it went till 1960, and actually there's an announcer of the Paris Speedway, Chris Ackerman, and Chris, his mom, I think her name is Betty White, I'm pretty sure. And get mad at me if I'm wrong, but his mom played the mother in that TV series. So we have a Speedway rider and we have the mother in the TV series of Chris, announcer at Paris Speedway. His mother, I believe she's still alive, and Billy Gray's still alive, so that's really cool. And Chris's mom played the mother in the movie, the TV series Father Knows Best, so that was pretty neat. And Billy's parents were William and Beatrice Gray. Like I say, he was born in Los Angeles, California. Billy started acting at the age of 10 years old, at the young age of 10 years old. Billy was an actor at 10. I mean, most kids are like learning to tie their shoes or something. And Billy's making money being a Hollywood actor, a young boy actor. And he played in some movie films, and he was in movies at age 10. He was in, he played the actor named Chip in the film Fighting Father Dune. And that was his first movie, Fighting Father Dune, as the actor named Chip. So he was just working at age 10. Most 10-year-olds aren't doing that. But Billy was doing that. At age 11, Billy was in like 2 movies. That was pretty cool. It was Father is a Bachelor and Mr. 8B. That was his second movie. He played a young boy, and he was only like 11 years old. So he was making movies at 10, 11. And then 12 years old, Billy had a big role, or a nice role, in the movie, the Jim Thorpe All-American. He was pretty much an athlete, Jim Thorpe. I think he did all these different sports, and he was really famous. And Billy went ahead and he played Jim Thorpe as a 12-year-old. Billy was a 12-year-old, and Jim Thorpe was a 12-year-old in the movie. So that was pretty cool. So he went ahead at 12 years old and was playing famous celebrities as young boys. So Billy had a good Hollywood experience, that's for sure. And he was actually cast as the role of Bud in around the early 1950s. And that was his first TV show. He went from all these movies, and then they said, "Hey, we like you," and then he went to Bud, and then he actually was doing movies all the way until 1980, on and off. He made a whole list of movies, too many to list. But Billy Gray was actually a movie actor for like what 30 years or something like that. And then when he was a teenager, Billy bought a motorcycle and he was driving it to the studio in Hollywood. And the executives were okay with it. Like, they're okay. Like, Billy was like a 16 or 17-year-old boy and he had a motorcycle. But Billy was racing. He was drag racing. And like, after work, he would like go on the like Whittier Boulevard or something. He'd be drag racing. And then at nighttime, Billy was turning into a crazy drag racer. So he liked motorcycles, and Bebop likes my ear. She likes my ear. And so the Hollywood executive, they found out that Billy was like, he was like doing all this stuff, and they got mad. They said, "Billy, you stop racing. Stop racing. Bebop, you stop yelling. And Billy, you stop racing. Or else I'm going to have to like reprimand you, fire you, or something." So Billy was a hot racer at the age of probably like 15 or 16 or 17. And he got in lots of trouble for that. So that was pretty cool. He was a drag racer. He got on his motorcycle like, "I'm going to beat you," holding the clutch in. And, wow, Billy was good and he was cool. So he was racing. And in 1970, I guess Billy went to Speedway races at the revival in 1969 at the Costa Mesa Speedway. And he said, "I want to race Speedway." So he bought a Speedway bike. And in about 1970, Billy started racing Speedway. And he was good. I mean, people think that a Hollywood actor is not going to be very good because Billy was actually like the first Hollywood actor that went into Speedway. Later, Bruce Penhall would race Speedway and was doing some movies and Chips, the TV show, if you remember that. But Bruce was actually a Speedway rider turned actor. But Billy Gray was an actor turned Speedway rider, so that's a little bit different. And he actually turned to be really good. He was racing really good in D1, and he won a whole bunch of Speedway races. If you go on YouTube, you can actually watch some of his handicap races and stuff. And he was really good. He reminded me like a tin soldier, like the Tin Man, because Billy was like, he looked like a Tin Man out there. It was really cool. He had all this armor, and he looked like a walking tin soldier. And I was like, I like that guy. He wore, I guess, a leathers, but he had all this body armor and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good, huh? So he actually looked pretty cool. And on the cover of this video blog, you can actually see some of that armor and stuff of him riding. It's really cool. So anyways, he was racing. It was in his blood. And so it was really great. And then actually at Irwindale Raceway, they called him the Orange Blossom. Billy's name was, I guess that was Bruce Flanders. That sounds like Bruce Flanders, doesn't it? The Orange Blossom. And he was named the Orange Blossom because he actually had the orange, fluorescent, bright orange rims, and they burned everybody's eyes with all that fluorescent orange. So Flanders probably, I think he was the announcer. He said, "And Billy Gray is the Orange Blossom." But at Costa Mesa, Larry Huffman didn't say that one. He never said that. They all had different things. And Larry Huffman would always say like, "And the 20-yard line, we have the Hollywood actor, Billy Gray, and Father Knows Best." He'd always say Father Knows Best. It was really, we're going to talk to Larry Huffman. Maybe we'll ask him about that. But anyways, Huffman would get the crowd really excited, and he would do the Huffman hop, the shuffle, and it was real. Bebop's dancing. She's going to do the Hollywood shuffle. You just wait. She's going to do the Huffman shuffle. She's doing it right now. Woo-hoo. She's our sweet little baby, Bebop. And she's really a nice bird. She's really cool. So Larry Huffman was doing the shuffle, and Flanders was calling him the Orange Blossom. It was really funny, huh, Bebop? It was really funny. So the crowd just went crazy. And because they actually, a lot of the people saw the TV show that Billy was actually known and he was famous, a lot of people really liked him. And he raced many racing seasons of success. He did really good. He wasn't like just a guy out there waving and stuff. No, he was winning and he was really hauling and he was really fighting to win races. He was a racer. Billy Gray, he was great. And he retired like toward the late 70s, maybe. Stop. My ears are blowing up here. And he retired like in the latter 70s in Speedway. And he just went ahead and went back to his acting career. And some journalist, some jerk, they went ahead and they said that Billy Gray was like a drug dealer and stuff, which I'm sure he wasn't. And they went ahead and this guy, I guess he was a movie critic, he went ahead and ruined Billy's acting career. He did, his last movie was in 1980, but he had a whole bunch of acting, movies and things. And his name turned to mud because of this critic guy. And Billy got really mad because it was like slander on his name. And he went ahead and took the guy to court. And I think in about 1990s, Billy settled that case. I guess he sued the guy for a lot of money, all the money he lost acting. He sued the guy and he won. And he got an undisclosed amount of money. So maybe if we have Billy Gray on the show, we'll ask him, like, how much money did you get? And he'll say, never mind, just shut up. Do not ask me that. But I would love to talk to Billy Gray. He's like in his mid-80s now. He's really old, and he's still ticking as far as we know. So Billy Gray, and we got Bebop dancing. So that's really cool. And he was really successful. When he was acting in the movie or the TV show Father Knows Best, he was renting like a bedroom from this old man in Topanga, California. Do you know Topanga, California? And Billy was renting this little bedroom from this old man. And this old man said, you know, Billy, I'm going to like sell my house. And do you want to buy it? Because Billy, I think, had a lot of money. He was a movie star. He made lots of money. And Billy's like, yeah, okay, I'll buy that house. So he bought this house in like the early 50s. Billy lives in that house till today. He's lived in that house since 1950 to 2020. That's how many years ago is that? It's like, 70 years ago. He's been living in that same house in Topanga, California. And Billy said, like, that was the best investment I ever made. I'm sure it was, his house. That was really cool. And so, one of the cool things that Billy did around just after the year 2000, maybe 2008 or 2007, or who cares? And Billy was taken out to to Industry Speedway, and I missed that. I wish I would have saw it. It's on the internet, so if you want to go see it, just go to YouTube and check it out. And I saw that, and he was 71 years old. I mean, he was 71, and he was a match race with Steve Murray, it looked like, but I'm not sure. And he went ahead and got on a Speedway bike with a 22-inch rear tire, age 71 years old, and he went out there and raced a Speedway rider. And he won that match race, and he was the oldest living match race champion at age 71. Oh my gosh. Oh, Billy Gray set the record. Match race champion in Speedway, 71 years old. That was pretty old. So we like that. I was like dying laughing when I saw that. I'm like, that is cool. So Billy Gray was a good rider, even at 71 years old. He was winning racers, guys like 50 years younger than him. So that was really cool. I love that. So actually, a few years ago, Billy had a real bad problem with his heart. He had a quadruple bypass surgery. That doesn't sound very much fun, a quadruple bypass surgery. and he went ahead and he, almost died, and he had this surgery, and they went ahead and fixed his heart with this surgery, and it looks like he's still ticking today, so that's really cool. And he's like 85 years old now, and he's still ticking. The legend, Billy Gray. He was a cool dude, and Billy's really an amazing guy, and we wish Billy like many, many more years of success. He was an inventor. Billy invented like all these products and all these things. He invented like 100 different things. Back like a long time ago, not lately, but I was opening a newspaper, reading it, and it said, Billy Gray has a product. I don't know, he invented all these crazy things. And it was like, and it said, if you want to buy this, just go ahead and send your money to Billy Gray. And I was like, oh, very good. And he had all these crazy, interesting inventions. So Billy Gray, after he raced Speedway, was an inventor. And that was pretty wild. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. So he was a really good racer. He was the first Hollywood actor turning Speedway rider. And he was really talented. So anyways, that was the Billy Gray story. I have 2 blogs on my YouTube channel about Billy Gray. I made them. Actually, my first blogs I did was like Billy Gray, I think. And my first show I did here about Let's Talk Speedway. Let's Talk Speedway Riders is about Billy Gray. So my first blog on Speedway Riders was Billy Gray. I just watched it. It was really funny. I'm like kicking back at the pool, blogging Billy Gray. It was cool. And so it's I have 2 parts in the Billy Gray series. Talks about his movies and about him in that court case and Speedway and all the stuff that we talked about tonight. I watched that blog. Ow! I watched that blog before I did this show, so I could refresh my memory on all the stuff that Billy Gray did, and he was cool. So we want to thank you for watching this live stream show, The Gray Show. It's just an interesting show. We might want to do some other Speedway riders and maybe highlight and talk about some other riders, because we want to keep the sport of Speedway alive, and we have a lot of great people in the sport. So if you like this vlog, this video about Billy Gray, you can go ahead and hit that like button, like this video, because it's pretty good. And we're going to do more live streams. We're going ahead and we're checking out the live stream. We're working on it. There's some bugs in it. I'm in the contact with the technicians. The top technicians are going to be meeting with me in a few hours, and we're going to be fixing this thing. So we had some problems with the live stream, and we're going to fix those. So thank you so much for watching the Billy Gray Show today. Let's talk Billy Gray. And thank you so much, and we appreciate that, and we wish you all the best, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much from Bebop and me. Have a great day. Take care.